Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to be an excellent hypnotist. It's a question that I've gotten a lot. People have asked me, what really makes a great hypnotist, right? How do you move through the world as a hypnotist and give people the greatest experience ever? How do you become truly great at your craft? Now, the first answer you're going to get is going to be practice, right? So everybody is going to say, go and hone your craft, practice your techniques, do the drills, and get the skills, as David Snyder says. And that's true. You want to go out and you want to be drilling, you want to be working on your technique as much as you can, doing those inductions, getting people under, and overall having a good time, And you always want to have fun while you're doing it. That's a big part of the equation for me. And for, a lot of the people that are kind of in my school of thought, we have a really good time going out practicing and doing the inductions on each other and honing those internal skills. And I've met a lot of truly great hypnotists that do that on a very regular basis. But there's one thing that they never really talk about that I really want to get into today, and that is, when it comes to being a good hypnotist, especially a good hypnotherapist or stage hypnotist, one major secret you have to think of is your number one priority is not to be just the most amazing hypnotist, right? You want that to happen, but what you want to practice first is you want your number one priority to be making the subject or the client have the greatest experience you can possibly give them, the most fun and pleasurable and amazing experience that they can have with you in that moment, in that experience. Because if you do that, they're going to come away from it thinking that you just are the most amazing, trance worker ever, the most amazing hypnotist, But not only that, they're going to have greater changes. They're going to have greater experiences if you're doing some sort of stage or erotic hypnosis with them. Making that the number one priority. Let's make this the most fun possible. Let's give them the greatest experience we can. And I can't stress that enough. As a hypnotherapist, my number one priority is always making sure that the client is having the greatest experience for them, that they're getting exactly what they need in that situation. And it has never failed me, and that's what I feel has made me, over the last, I'd say 17 years doing hypnosis, that has helped me have so much success with people, especially as I've been doing therapy, the last 5 years. I just see time after time, people keep coming back to you. So if you're actually a hypnotist, if you're a hypnotherapist, you'll see more repeat clients because you gave them this great experience. When you act too serious about it, it's going to be harder to get people into trance because they're going to be so nervous about doing it right that they're not going to focus enough on having a good time and doing what's best for them. And, so when they're focused and they're comfortable and they feel taken care of by you, they're going to go into trance, they're going to do their thing, they're going to let you do your work. When I do the spinning technique, you want the spinning technique to be as fun as possible, or if you're running someone through, any number of different NLP or hypnosis techniques for therapy purposes, you'll find that you get deeper change when there's a lot of fun and pleasure involved, because their mind tends to open up more, fires those neurons, and it heats it up and makes it more plastic and more moldable. So when you keep triggering that pleasure and that fun, you're going to keep driving those changes deeper and deeper and making it easier and easier for them to do what they need to do, and what their subconscious, sort of rewrite the things it needs to rewrite and make those changes. You're kind of fighting an uphill battle when you make the situation too serious, And you may ask, is there an exception for when you're working with trauma? or addiction. And I would say no. I would say that you're taking the power away from those things that are inhibiting them and making things harder for them whenever you make it a fun process, you know. Like, you know, within my techniques, I create a construct a lot, and I make that construct as fun as possible. You know, we're playing, you know, it's almost as if we're playing a game, or we're creating a fun analogy for them to work with within their mind and make it as fun and entertaining and playful as possible. As opposed to driving somebody into trance and using constant direct suggestion and being as serious as possible. You know, I think from the intake to the end of the session, you want to be as fun as possible. You want to be as, you know, you want to be somewhat lighthearted about things, you know. You want them to be able to feel like they can laugh in the session and they can be informal and they can just relax and sort of move through it, instead of making it feel like a very stern experience, you know, as if you're expecting a specific set of behaviors from them and you want them to very rigorously follow some set of rules. They're going to be thinking about that the entire time, and it's going to keep drawing them back out of trance, and they're not going to go as deep. So yeah, I know the video is a little bit shorter today, but just to recap, you know, do the drills and get the skills, but also make your client the #1 priority and make taking them through the process as fun as possible. And you are going to have so much success as a hypnotist, and you're going to have so many people coming to you to, you know, so many repeat clients that, you know, it may be difficult to keep track of them all. But anyway, you know, if you're interested, just like always, if you're interested in working with me as your hypnotherapist, you can contact me at rateoftransformations.com or facebook.com/rateoftransformations. Or, you know, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you have video requests, put those in the comments or send them through my Facebook page. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.